That's what it was. Yeah, man, here we are. We back. All right. All right. We on this podcast. How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, we back. We in the place to be, and we are here. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, we got a great show for you today. Saturday show. Let's go with some current events. Got some current events, man. Current events. First of all, let's start off with because I got my tablet here. Trump ass, man. This guy, this dude. Oh man. So the Supreme Court says, hey, pimp, you can't do that whole tariff situation. That's gotta be cut out. You understand? You gotta cut that out. Trump says, no, I need 15% more tariffs across the world. I'm like, how diabolical can you get? But he's actually expressing the way, as I said, that this country has always been running. And some other countries as well. See, the problem with people like him is that he's an extreme narcissist. You know, there are levels to narcissism. You know, you have your light narcissist, like your everyday corporate know-it-all uh, Western thinker. I won't say just Europe. I almost just said Europeans, but I won't do that. I'm gonna say a Western-minded thinker, and there are plenty of those. Plenty of people with a Western philosophical mind state of how they function. Like this is the way that they think. They think like my neighborhood. We say they think like white folks. You know, I don't know why they do that. Right? They think backwards. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, that's normally what the philosophical mind state of a Western person is. Never family oriented. It's never integration. It's never not for real. It's always at a cost with certain people. Dealing with it at a cost with certain people. There's always a damn cost associated with it because they're not going to pay for their interaction with you. You're going to pay for your interaction with them. You're also going to pay to even deal with them. And they're going to take your ideas. They're going to take the fabric of your ideas, and they're going to tell you everything that you ever said that it was stupid. It didn't make any sense. Oh, no, that was dumb. That was, did you hear that? Did you hear that pitch? Time your ass leader though. That was a great goddamn pitch. We're gonna use that shit. Hey man, we're gonna make that the best hot thing. Oh yeah, that's what we're about to do. Yeah. See, the thing is, when you're dealing with certain people, they're gonna make your ass play ball their way. You don't get a chance to play ball your way. You gotta play by their music, their laws, their goddamn rules, their every damn thing. You just gotta do what they say do. Yeah. Because they'll tell you this is my world. This is my society. I created this. Knowing goodness goddamn well you didn't create anything at all. That's not your thing. Capitalism is your thing. See, the problem with the Western philosophical mind state is capitalism is your thing, not creation. That's our thing. That's Aboriginals. Those are black people, the global, but most importantly, the black Aboriginal here in America. The creator, the actual creator, quote, let me go this way, quote unquote, the actual creator. See, the problem is people don't like that. I had to get the camera straight. The problem with people not liking that or not being okay with that is the fact that, they want to be the default. You got people, and not, it's the reason why I use the term people in Western philosophical, because you have a great many deal of people that are not white, but their mind is. Their mind is Western. Their mind thinks a specific kind of way. They don't think very much of themselves. They don't think very much of themselves at all. As a matter of fact, they think of themselves as lower, lesser. And they will even put themselves in positions to degrade themselves for others. Just to belong, just to be associated with? How and why? How is that even possible to ever think so lowly about yourself that you will let somebody truly disrespect you, treat you like dog shit? And they're going to say, get off your knees. Tired of you sucking. You belong now. Oh, really? I belong now. I'm in. Fucking disgusting. Absolutely grotesque. Behavior-wise, you have lost every fabric of dignity, and you can't get that shit back. You cannot get your dignity back when you have degraded and violated yourself to a degree that where it's unimaginable. How do you sleep at night thinking so lowly of yourself, hating yourself to that capacity, to where it's so demeaning that another person that's not you or associated with you is so appalled by how the hell you treat yourself? Damn, the lack of dignity is also a very extremely disgusting characteristic. It's awful. Damn, man. I mean, come on. So, people, this platform, the Realist Podcast, I hope you share, love, subscribe, like it, do what you have to do. But what we're truly about is helping you understand the value of self. And when we foster and we push the capacity to have so much love for yourself, because that's how you get to a mastery level of self, by being intimate with yourself. And I ain't talking about jacking off either. I'm talking about being mentally intimate so that you can guide, so that you can communicate with source that's going to allow you to be you specifically and not haphazardly. Because a lot of people walk around, they think they're being themselves, but you can't even ask them what they would like. If you say, hey, what would you like for lunch? Oh, no, I eat what you eat. Hey, where are 10 places you want to go in the world? Oh, no. Name some, I'll tell you. Where are your places? Just can't give you a fucking answer about nothing. Always a deviation, always an alternate. There's nothing that's in your mind that you're thinking about that you can actually say, I will want to reach the capacity to have the ability to go there or there. Oh man, what if I want to go to Peru? Yeah. What if I want to go to Brazil? What if I want to go to Colombia, Costa Rica? What if I want to go to Belize? What if I want to go to Zimbabwe? What if I want to go to Kenya? What if I want to go to Bangladesh or Taiwan? Maybe I want to go to Thailand. Shit. See, to have that type of capacity is two ways you can think about this. You can take your trip virtuously, or you can take it to go be an ass, a vile ass person. You want to seek vengeance for what? I don't know. But that's what this Russian dude did when he went to Africa. He said, "Hey, I wanna, go to Africa and give me some African pussy." You know, that's what I want to do. But unbeknownst to the lady that gave him some pussy, he gave her AIDS, HIV. This lady died, and he was spreading AIDS around Africa. Isn't that a crime against humanity to spread diseases to ladies, regardless of that, regardless of who you are or where you come from? That is a crime against humanity. But hey, you also have to think about the psychosis and the mindset of those ladies that laid down with this man unprotected, and why her mindset was so appeasing to give herself to a foreigner that was white. And we already know that in Africa, they practically praise white people in some parts. Not all parts. So don't attack me all of Africa, but you know the parts that I'm talking about. Why is cake soap so goddamn popular and whitening and skin bleaching and all of these atrocious tactics that you're using on yourself to destroy yourself inside and out to appear white? Wow. See, that doesn't happen in the Americas. Not much. Not that I've ever seen or been familiar with. I grew up, I got three sisters and a mother. I grew up in a house, but I've never heard anybody say they want to paint themselves or take medicine or put bleaching cream on themselves to appear another complexion. That's the most sickest, vilest form of self hate you can ever foster in your mind. You can never imagine. You can never fathom, even. That's a problem that differentiates Black American Indians or Foundation of Black Americans. The differentiation is we think very highly of ourselves, and we should. If you don't think highly of yourself, who will? Damn. It's just like some people, you know, you catch an awkward looking lady walking down the street. She could be any complexion, but you know for yourself, damn, she has this nice swag about herself. She's kind of very sexy, but she's not very beautiful, but she's extremely sexy, and she exudes confidence. And everybody be like, "Hey, man, I can't hate on her, man. She's doing her thing." You know what I'm saying? You got to appreciate that kind of quality in a person. But the wonderful thing about Black Americans are, we're very gorgeous people, very good looking, very confident. We ain't say we was perfect, but we know how to walk and live in, we know how to walk, love, and live in our own damn shoes. And we damn sure ain't gonna grovel to nobody to help us because it's already been established globally that those people shall have no friends. If they want a friend, they better look in the mirror. That's good advice. It's very good advice. That's the best advice anybody could ever tell a people that's been through what we have been through. No one has ever said, "Hey, I cry foul. Stop treating those people," or building systems around destroying these people. See, capitalism took a turn on us as if it were a weaponry, a strategic weapon that was used to strategize, to extract and never give back. Take as much as you want. As a matter of fact, they took so much, we just started creating shit and giving it to them just to remain free. And in most instances, and damn near every instances, when we were creators and the inventors, do you know that they were free? They didn't spend time in slavery. No. See, everything about this country was modernization through unyielded progress. I mean, the evolution, the revolution, the evolution, as also the reconstruction of the United States had to do with yours truly, your Black Aboriginal. See, you have to do the numbers. If it's 45 million of us here today, 42 to 45 million Black Americans, if the Siberians were indigenous, why are their numbers so small? Yeah, I said Siberians, meaning AKA Native Americans. Their numbers are too small to have been anything effective. That means you were brought over here in droves on ships, not the Bering Strait. That is a myth that did not happen that way. The inhabitants of the Americas. So you mean to tell me the inhabitants of Australia, which is remote, the inhabitants of Europe, the inhabitants of Asia, the inhabitants of all these places. Why is this always a challenging thing when they say the New World? Uh, they didn't have inhabitants. Yes, the mound builders were here. And now I'm so elated to say that there are a great deal of reconstruction of history going on right now. The revisionists are now walking back their claims. Why? Because the demand. Do you understand what demand means? Demand means when our voices hit the universe, shit started happening. That's what power is. Everybody can hear, everybody can see. We don't have to pretend no more. We ain't never had to pretend. All we had to do was be. But the problem was when we were steady being, we were also extremely appeasing to others. And that gratitude wasn't there at all. You didn't have gratitude. You didn't want gratitude. You wasn't looking for gratitude. Uh, but we gave you gratitude. Unyielded, unwarranted, and unappreciated. Oh, that's just the status quo. They're just nice dummies. That's what your European brethren told you, huh? They're nice dummies. They're nice. They just walk all over them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We're going to discuss, we're going to share some books, a couple of encyclopedias today. It's the Encyclopedia of Gods. And we also have the Encyclopedia of Ancient Deities. And I got another major book too. But these books are not. Hey, let me start off with the Encyclopedia of Gods. Let me show y'all this book here. See that? The Encyclopedia of Gods. This book is old. It was out of Illinois. Michael Jordan, not the basketball player, but Michael Jordan is the author of this book. He put this, this great work together. Not the basketball player. But I will like to show you a few things. It's the Encyclopedia of Gods. It says over 2,500 deities of the world. Let me show you this. Let me show you this, guys. I want you to see, because a lot of people don't know. When you say the gods, they think of all kind of things, and they don't even understand that when you're talking about God, you're talking about. All right, let's get into it. So this copyright is 1993. And this book was never supposed to leave. It was for reference. Now, I purchased this book, but this is a used book that I purchased. Look at that. It says for reference only. At one point in time, it says do not take from this room to whatever room. At one point in time, this book was in. They sold this book. They got rid of this out of the colleges. They sold these books. It wasn't supposed to leave that room. You can study it, but it had to stay there. So, chronology of the principal religions and cultural covered in this book. So look at it goes back to the Sumerians, Akkadian and Babylon, the Hittite, Huron, the Egyptian, Greek, Roman, Judaism, Christian, Islamic, Hindu. Check this out right here. Look at this timeline. Look at this. Now this is a sight to see. But you check out where to start at now, right? Check out where the stars was with who the first? The Sumerians and the Egyptians, the blacks, right? The globe. Look at this. This is your time. This is your chronology. This is the chronology. You understand? So when you're talking about the chronology of the principal religions and cultures and covered, Sumerians and the ancient Egyptians, was the Cometians, why are they running side by side? Side by side. And the Egyptian went longer. And then you will see this timelines. Timelines are extremely important because you get to understand where everything comes from. Everything. So you see the beginning. Let me show you this again so you will not be misconstrued. Let me show you the beginning. Let me show you. Now do that. Do this. Do that. Do that right there. Look at that. Look at it now. Might want to take a screenshot. Hold on. Let me get it right. Let me get the focus right for you. All right. Yep. I hope you see that. So, Sumerian and Egyptian are running that timeline together. In the ancient Egyptian, 500 AD. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, every single solitary god known to man, they ran the books. And I mean, this is pretty damn accurate. It's pretty damn accurate. On, okay. Anu, Anu, creator god, Mesopotamia, Babylonian, Akkadian, consort of Atum, derived from the oldest Sumerian god An. Anu features strongly in the Akitu festival in Babylon, Uruk, and other cities until the Hellenic period and possibly as late as 200 BC. Some of his later premises may be attributed to the identification of the Greek god of heaven, Zeus, and with Aranos. You understand that? Okay. I told you guys, man. I be on my, I be on mine. I be on mine. You understand? I be on my shit. I be on my shit when it comes to these studies. You have to understand the root of these things, not just from where you want it to be. You got to know the root. I'm looking for on. Let's go with this one right here. Amun, origin, Egypt, supreme God creator. Amun, known period of worship, probably pre-dynastic, historically circa 2400 BC, the end of the Egyptian period in circa 400 AD. Synonymous, Amun, Kem, Atif, snake, God, Amun, Kamatif, fertility god, centers, Ko, thieves, Luxor, great temples, Amun, Karnak, Luxor, temples in the Karnak dedicated to the ithopolithic form of Amun, Ka, Motif. So Amun has a very very long description, a very, very long description. But An also has but the thing is, you got Amun, you got a Maru, the mountain god, but then you also have An. Let's get to An. Origin, Mesopotamia, Sumerian, Iraq, supreme god, known period worship, 3500 BC to 2000 BC, but continued as Babylonian creator as also Anu until 100 BC or later. Anu, Akkadian, uh, no modern worker. But they got the art references, but also in Sumerian, the created myth, On is the supreme being, and with his Chthonic female principle, Ki, is the founder of the cosmos. Also, in some texts, identified as the son of Ansar and Kisa, the head of the older generation of gods. He is believed to have formed the basis of calendar and arguably first um, represented in bovine form. It says bovine form, having been derived from the old Herder's pantheon, he is identified in some texts the bull of heaven. According to the legend, heaven and earth were once inseparable until An and Ki and earth were once inseparable before the sun. The sun, this is important right here. According to the legend, heaven and earth were once inseparable until An and Ki bore a son, Enlil, god of the air, who cleave heaven and earth in two, who cleaved heaven and earth into two, and carried away heaven. Ki, in company of Enlil, took the earth, and also perished with the goddess Namu, whose womb his father Enki, pantheon god of Ungum, Eric, Erich in the Ventus Testamentum, and as always, remote shadows figured and occasionally led in the hand of the tilted and balanced in faith, but otherwise tends to be out of touch with the day-to-day affairs of heaven and earth. His main sanctuary is the Inam temple. After the Semitic takeover of Sumer and Sargon, the Great Circa, 2500 BC, Enlil supersends him and supreme national god of the Sumerian city-states. And Enlil is the second son of An, or Anu, the second son, because Enki is the first son. So I understand why this book is written in, because people write things the way they want them, but they don't write them all the way in respect and response to how the actual chronology goes. But I can respect how this is written, and also bringing it up in the consortium with Anu, Enki, and Enlil, because Enki is the creator of man. Enlil is the hater of man, but he still has his people too. So think about your brain and think about hemispheres. Okay, so you have all of these different. This is a hell of a book to have if you ever want to get to studies and understanding the basis of culture. And we're going to also go into the other one. Yeah, we're going to get into that one too now. We're going to get into this other one, the Encyclopedia of Ancient Deities. And we're going to go back with Anu, An again. All right, I passed it. I know I passed it. Yep, here we go. An, Akkadian, Assyrian, Babylonian, Sumerian, possibly Egyptian. Check that out. Also known as Anat, Antan, Atanu, Atum, Anum. Check this out, guys. High God of heaven, the goddess Namu was personified. The external primeval sea is the mother of the Sumerian sky god An, with Ki, the earth goddess, and became the father of the god of an heir. See, they keep doing this. They say Enlil. In later times, Enlil superseded his chief as the pantheon, and this is where this is taken. But let me keep reading. In later times, Enlil superseded his chief as the Sumerian pantheon. Semitic Assyrian references to An, Anu, and Anatu. Anat, the god of goddesses of heaven, and was part of the Sumerian triad of the high god, An, Enlil, and Nehershinga. Nehersha. Some say the Trinity was Anu, Enlil, and Enki. There is a possibility that Baba was included. In another tale, in relatives of how the cosmos was divided among the slightly different tripartite, the sky and An, the earth to Enlil, and the underworld to the goddess Eris Kigal. Some writers say that the goddess Ininin, Ininin represented the female principle of An. Most legends refer to Anu, but as mighty as have been the separate deity. And in the separate tale was the brother Ki, was the brother of Ki, and the other was the sons of Namu. Both were depicted in the shape of the mountain, but they were also called to be the creator of Enlil. In the Babylonian Genesis, Enuma Elish, the tale was told that the conflict between Anu and Kamarbi. It is the narrative that these themes of castration first appears in the tale of An, and similar to the Ra and the Egyptian writers of Isis referring to the supreme god. The Egyptian called it the form of the Osiris, when some named Anu in the Akkadian form of An and Anu. So you understand how these stories coincide and they run these particular cycles. So after running these particular cycles, what we have is lessons that are being learned and also attributed and also given to the sum of us as creation to what? Move forward. So all of these gods, there were goods, there were bads, but when you talk about, Enki and Enlil, you would have to understand that Enki he had faults, but he loved his creation. That's where you get the creations of Adamu, and you have the creations of who you would call Lilith. Then you have Adam and Eve. So these were grafted beings created to perfect humans. So this is where you get the Cain and Abel story, the sons, and then you got the all of the what was rightfully mine and what was not rightfully mine, and then it's people not playing their positions and getting out of line. So the gods was getting out of line, even with each other. It was a war. It was a fight. It was just something. It's the same shit we do now within these between the nations. The lying, the wanting to supersede, the wanting of power, the thirst and the lust for power, but not the learning mechanisms, the attributes that come with power. To even have power, you have to have specific attributes. So if you don't have specific attributes and you want power, then you are out of alignment with power. So where do you come when you are out of alignment with power? You push the world into a tilt. You can turn the world upside down. You changes the behaviors of it. When you start moving out of stream, moving against the grain, the earth has a memory. It's a celestial body that remembers everything that you do to it. So when you moving in these possible extremes, you're tilting and you're not shaping or you're not making the world better. You're putting the world or the Caucasian with the dominant society as they're now is they have put the world in defense mechanism. So if you put the world in a defense mechanism, you understand if you're eating from it, we breathing, we're getting all of these luxuries that we have to even participate. When we're not putting it back, she's gonna make your ass pay. I don't know how you can separate. And this is the problem that you got to have with some people that don't understand the aspects of separating man from his home, his planet, his place of refuge. You take the fun out of being human. It's bad enough this world tries to tear your ass up every chance to get. This is Tartaria, but we built systems to keep your ass from sleeping outside. And you have the nerve to breathe God's good green air, and you go against the gods. This all this shit that we do. We have been learned. We've been taught, grafted, and created to develop ourselves. But you take that shit for granted too. You think you was given two hemispheres of your brain because you think you were given all your symmetry, your heartbeat, all that just because you don't think you're supposed to develop yourself. You don't think you're supposed to make yourself the highest form of yourself possible. So the will of this podcast, what we try to let you know is the will is truly yours, but there are consequences if you don't understand how to maneuver in this vessel, this housing that we have here. You develop the body develops the brain. When the body develops the brain, due to the fact that it's an interchangeable thing. The brain has no eyes. That's a tool. It can't touch. It's encased under your skull. So all of that encasing, all of these things that you have, because you're made up as a being, and your being is meant to support. That supports the body, and then that goes back in turn. It's a cycle. Your whole existence right now, today, as a being, and I want you to recognize your life is a cycle. So why not be good at repetition? Why not be good at understanding the cycle in order for it to yield you a reward? But it takes you thinking about even wanting a reward to even yield one. The reason why we are left these historical lexicons and these historical triumphs, so that we already know that we're existing in those same cycles, those same realms. So we have to use what we learned in antiquity, break it down, and apply it in the present, and let's see how those past times are parallel with the present times. I guarantee you they're parallels, because I told you we are in a cycle. But you have to do the work to understand your parallels, because that's where you fit in. You ever did jump rope? The ropes are swinging, right? Ropes are swinging, but you got to jump in. Yeah, that's what it is. If you want something out of life, you got to take a chance. So you jump in, right? And you tap, 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 tap. Yeah, hey, American Indians know what I'm talking about. Black Americans, LBA, y'all know what I'm talking about. Had your grandmama out there jumping rope, teaching you how to jump in life and get it going and keep it moving. Tap, 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 tap. That's how I go. Just like jumping rope. You ever think about why boxers jump rope? They jump rope for the rhythm. They jump rope for the speed. They jump rope for the repetition. So you should know your history as if it was repetition, especially when it has to do with you. Know who your people are. You understand? Know where your mindset should be. Always should be about bettering yourself, and especially loving yourself. You dig? All right, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to play a little music for y'all. I want y'all to hear something I got into a little bit last night. But this album, I love a tip album on this, man. This shit dope. I need y'all to listen to this because it's with Scarface. Hold on. Hold on. Ho. We're going to run that back. Yeah. I got to take a break. Fifth break. I'll be right back. Y'all chill out. Love the music, goddamn.
They say KT, top number, bro. Standing out, center, flip a bird, split it up, antennas picking up a country cop controlling. If the red dog rolling out the dope, I'm throwing fucking chill, I ain't going tonight. Put the full of 4-4 in the fight. Under the street lights rolling the dice. We were so enticed by niggas like slick money and ice. We pick a prison, it should come with the life. Along with life. And there was no way we thought he's going to jail for every case we caught. All the day we bought, not a dime did we save we ball. All down there every pair of days we mall. And I waited to brawl. Hit the break, but we ain't skating at all. Seem like every other day we brawl. The AK on call. When I think about all we done, it's amazing to see how far we come. Remember? I remember walking and it didn't have a dollar in my pocket. Now I'm like I want the option. I remember hustling. Trying to get these fucking cops off. Now I think about it in my heart. Remember days we were slinging the hard in a crib with no lights, we used to stay in the dark. Remember Captain Backbone and man, they were retarded. I don't know who kept us laughing the hardest since I sang the largest. It take us long to corner the market. I remember every day was a party. 15, 16, with dreams of being cocaine bosses. In pursuit of that, we made so many terrible choices. Like the time we made away with that millennium. From the dealership before they were only killing them. Late night gunfights, high speed chases. So close to the good life we taste it. Damn the consequences, pimp, this chance we take it. First case of money, juvenile, and get probation. When I think about all we done, it's amazing to see how far we come. Remember? I remember walking, didn't have a dollar in my pocket. Now I'm like, with the option.
Started small time, no penny, hustle the next whole penny, interstate trafficking. I feeling no penny, north to the back that we was born in our own kind. I ain't give a fuck and getting heated, so I won't mind. Tongue in with that attitude, nobody really give me that. I ain't give a fuck how I got it, it was really that. If I had to kill a cat, somebody was dead then. Since I'm a killer, that's the condition my head is in. Can't work too hard to get my money, I refuse to. Slave for the next man, ready to fuck you. These streets are not about wanting people get it for you. Ain't even know they steady changing, it's still a hustle. Still got the same rules, may not be the same game. We found some brand new money, still we maintain the same integrity. We upheld in the street life, living a motherfucking dream, niggas singing like.
Get him, Tip. Yeah. Hey, man.
I'm only human. Hello. Check me in no matter what. Cause when you got the bill in the red, people put you up in politics, just look around. You see it as you fall down, all the haters pass out. Yeah, see again, back and forth, but you mercy, your bitch again. No running from the truth, as much as we pretend. That ain't what it is, see it is. Apologies to my fans and my closest friends. So that if you down, I'm gonna take you down this road again. Most of you that saying whatever, here we go again. Vlog, radio, and television, all going on. I like to keep crying through all of the embarrassment. I gotta say, fucking haters.
Yo, man. We gotta have some fun, y'all. We can talk that shit heavy, but we gotta have some fun too, guys. We gotta relax. Yeah. Anyway, back to the show. How y'all doing? It's always good to have a little interlude. You know what I'm saying? Have a little fun. Take it easy and settle back in. All right, here we go. We back to part 2 of the show, man. This is the Saturday show. Let's go. Yeah, with current events. So let's get back to this current events. What the fuck else going on in this life of ours? Got Trump in his chairs. Oh shit, Mayweather. Oh, Lakers cut ties with Luka Doncic. Oh, 7-footer, okay, teammate. That happened 23 hours ago. Then you got Floyd Mayweather say he's coming back to boxing after 9 years. Oh, what lies beneath Egypt's Giza pyramid? Satellites radar study claims of a vast underground structure. All right. So then we got DNA studies reveal 3,000-year-old generic stability in Europe's low country before Belgica's expansion. Might have to do that a little bit. Then you got Shakur Stevens agrees to fight with Devin Haney without rehydration clause under one condition. So it's a lot going on in the news all over the place. Psychologist says people say who stack their plates and tidy up before leaving a restaurant aren't trying to impress anyone. They just clean people, I guess. I would say so. I do that shit. Anyway, public works project. Okay, we got mapped out invisible. Oh, I mapped the invisible. American high school student stuns astronomers by discovering a 1.5 million hidden cosmic object. We're getting smarter. Men lose their Y chromosome with age. We finally know the cause. Damn. So you already see. All right. That's a damn good. Let me pause this music real quick. Great job, fellas. But anyway, check it out, man. That leads you to one thing right there. When it comes to creation, the major point I wanted to make out with letting you know, reading about Anu. Anu is even mentioned in the Book of the Forthcoming by Day. They call it Book of the Dead. I call it the Book of the Forthcoming by Day. But he says, "I created myself out of myself, and who stood beside me knew." So if the woman is the direct personification of what the universe is built like, the universe is built like a womb, ladies and gentlemen. So when they tell you in Western philosophical mind, they say the man is the man is this, the man is God. Oh, I beg to differ. We don't push created beings out of our canal. We need the double X for that. I just told you, X and Y. See, the reason why man Y chromosome don't deplete is because it's the actual size of the X. But in most men, or in most Caucasian men, their Y chromosome is half the size of the X, which leads you to understand you're grafted. There's levels to this shit. For you to ever think that you were more divine than the original is completely backwards, preposterous, and downright goddamn insane. It's impossible for you to ever think that you could out God God. It's in my DNA. Yeah, as far as construct, the way a being is constructed, yeah, we're the same. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth, for the most part. 5 fingers and toes, for the most part. But that's only right for you. I'm a ninth ether being, created being. I'm a ninth ether being. See, this melanin is a whole nother apparatus that you guys don't like to talk about. And why it is not at all uh, anything that would make me less than. It's actually my super duper power. Makes me a superconductor with nature. If I go outside right now, take my socks and shoes off, and put it directly, grounding myself on this planet and practicing what I know to do, the effects are not the same. Because we're not the same. We should appreciate our differences. But I know for sure that you know some shit about me too. You've done a lot of studies there, Westerner. A lot of studies. And you know people. But your problem is you don't think that the people that you know themselves. See, when your time ran out, my time started. In the meantime, we were preparing because we knew when you look up and when you study the stars and when you study the behaviors of the planet, because this is a celestial body, and when you know history and you know behaviors and how people become extremely gullible because of their securities and their likes and their wants and the things that they want to achieve in life, the things that they hold so dear. When that You took complete advantage of your newfound circumstances. You made everybody beneath you. You even went beyond to create yourself as the goddamn default. The lowest created being on the human scale is the Gentile. You don't even have anything to protect yourself from the sun. And when I've shown you how to protect yourself from the sun, you still turned your fucking back on me. You still don't identify as a created being because you don't identify with your mother and your father. You act like black people are your stain, and that's just the same as hating, not liking, and despising your mother and your father, your creator. You didn't create yourself, and you damn sure ain't no divine being. You're grafted. That means you're a mutant. That means you have things that you need help with that you can't even help yourself. That that gives you a fucking problem with the way you think. Instead of following into the fold, you like to start more shit. Instead of appeasing even yourself. That's the crazy part. Let me get back right with this. Instead of even appeasing yourself, to make other people suffer in pain, it's like you take delight in it, even if it pains yourself. That's crazy. You want to hurt melanated people globally so bad. You want to cause so much destruction under the cosmos so bad. Do you understand this shit comes with a price? Do you know what you're even doing at this point? Look at what you are allowing to happen presently and currently, even with your president. You're paying higher prices because you don't like black people. You don't get the outcome you want with your propaganda because it's bullshit, so it makes you angrier. Especially the people on the Democratic Party. That's why I tell you, this ain't got nothing to do with color. This got to do with intelligence and stupidity. Because I'll be damned if I look at every white person and knowing the kind of work that they put in here, and y'all ain't blind. Y'all see us a lot of damn Caucasians out here putting in hellified work doing God's work. Better than some of you hateful bastards. Yep. So please, my Caucasian friends, we cool. But if I'm not talking about you, just don't mind what I'm saying. But some of you bastards got to get that work. And I will definitely oblige. See, the problem is you got people, I do a lot of posts on Facebook, Instagram, do a lot of posts, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I do a hell of a lot of posts. So, but I have these little white supremacist trolls that like putting a bunch of bullshit on my page, man. They love attacking me for speaking facts and truth. They have a real problem with that. So they attack me, and I'm like, oh, I really didn't know how many ignorant, absolutely specifically dumb people that existed that, on the planet. I didn't know. I didn't know people that goddamn. I thought I was doing a good job as far as being, having references, being extremely explanatory, allowing myself to open up and express about the things that I read and showing people. I thought we would have a good time. But no, fuck, oh, hell no. Not with some folks. You could tell the truth all goddamn day. You know what they're going to say? I get called every every nasty term allotted by. It don't hurt I don't give a shit. It's just the fact that people have the audacity to do it, but you won't do that shit to my face. I beat your ass. Boy, I tell you, I'm on TikTok. I forgot I'm on TikTok. Some things I just can't say. But I will dog walk a lot of. I dog walk your age in my face. It ain't happening. But that's why it's the internet. You can say what you want to say on this internet, but don't never let that shit fool you to think. Don't get bold enough. I promise you don't want to do that. Don't get bold because that's just goddamn stupid. So we're gonna keep it very, very, very civilized because some people are extremely uncivilized, and just because others carry themselves as being civilized, you want me to be, I promise you, you want me to keep being that way. Because if I ever resorted to acting like you, I won't have to do nothing to you. You will do it to yourself. So watch your goddamn mouth, people. I mean, seriously, we live in cultures that we don't behave all tough. We have to. It's quite nice when we are nice and very communicative with each other and can use our words. But I see a lot of people have Tourette's syndrome in the dominant society. They got Tourette's. They say all of these fairy tale white dominated talking points that don't make no goddamn sense. And you know you learned that shit from Churchill and McGraw, and you really love it. And see that's the problem with these parents, white parents, and they want to ban books, and they have a hissy fit, and they say, I don't want my kids to feel bad about this. Why don't you? Why don't that's what your parents told you, right? So you see, cycles are always repeating themselves until you understand the proper cycle to jump in. You dig? You gotta find the proper cycle to when you jump a rope, jump in the proper cycle. Don't jump into the one that's gonna get you fucked up. For real. There's a way to live this life, but you don't always have to live it with the spoils of being wicked and fucked up and cruel. You can actually learn something and develop yourself and develop people around you. That's how this cycle and this system is actually supposed to work. But when you don't function within it in that capacity, you make yourself a problem. And I guarantee you, when you make yourself a problem, somebody got a solution for your ass. You think you tougher now? Oh, yeah, whatever. Everybody can get their ass. All of us. We ain't the biggest and baddest. So if you know that your ass can be whooped. Y'all see that video? Forgot my brother's name, but he does a lot of touring, goes around the world, and he don't cause no problems with nobody. That man is in jail because a peon spit on him and he cold cocked his ass. But you put bodily fluids on me. He lucky he was laying down that long like he was. Because even if I had knocked him out, I probably would have jumped on him like a trampoline. For the simple fact that you spit on me. in in the Americas, in the Black Americas, when you spit on somebody, you don't want to breathe. It's either you want to ass whooping so bad, not soap and water. Not you. Ain't none gonna wash that ass off. That ass whooping off. It's either that or you ain't gonna breathe no more. Your assignment with breathing is up. Or the likes of you, all that. You don't do that no more. That's done. Civilization is meant for us all, but we have to practice it. But when you have a one-sided practice, You can't expect shit. You ain't gonna expect me to be the one that's goddamn civilized in this question. No. I love being civilized. I love being able to communicate and talk and have disagreements like grown folks. But some people don't appreciate the fact that they are an adult. They think they can talk to people like we kids, and then they fuck around and find out something real bad happens to them, and they end up altered for the rest of their life. You know, your whole situation changes. The reason why your situation changed is because you made it happen. You made yourself go through the shit I just put you through. Because you ran your mouth, you talked wrong, you said the wrong thing, and you knew better. But the problem is you thought you can do that and not be accountable for the shit that you did. And when you finally was held accountable, you didn't like the outcome. So you feel like I should have to pay for what I just made you pay for. No, I'm not paying for none of that shit. You just gonna have to take that L. And I think that's what a lot of people gotta get comfortable with. Oh, hey baby, still doing my show. Oh, sorry, we made it down here. All right. Love y'all. All right. Later. All right, love you too. Love you too, baby. Okay. All right. Wife made it to a destination. We good. All right. So, but check it out. The problem with people not wanting to be accountable for things, but they want to be able to do devious, disgusting, diabolical little shit, and you don't want to have to pay for it. That's the problem. You want to be able to, just like the lady. Oh, you know the Haitian lady. So we talking about current events. The Haitian lady, dirty black Americans. What the? Oh shit. Why you do that? Like you already know that was gonna start some shit. And you know, a lot of people like going viral because they don't even have they like going viral for unethical reasons. Uh Anton Daniels, that motherfucker. Anyway, those type of people. They'll go viral. They don't have any dignity. They don't have any, they'll just say some shit to go viral. And they'll get their paper and all, you know, make their little fucking money. But how's your life gonna be after that? Fucking scumbags. No, I ain't that type of cat that's gonna go in on a whole Haitian community over one little raggedy broad. I mean, a little raggedy bitch. I mean, she's probably bitter because uh she got fucked, she got done dirty, she done got some wood put on her real good that she like and can't get no more. Something like that. You know, when women actually act like that, they got something against that dude. Maybe because your coochie stink. That man told you your ass stink and you don't wash good. You specifically. See, that's what happened when you talking about you saying shit that don't even align or add up because you a nasty motherfucking person yourself. That's what that has to do with. That's your nastiness. I know that ass stink. Mm, soot. That ass smell like it ain't been washed. Like you got a 4-day old past your period pad on, bitch. That's why. You think people supposed to fuck through funk. Ain't nobody fucking through funk. You see your whole makeup, these people makeup is, I have found out that this shit is common throughout a lot of low grade communities globally, right? They believe completely opposite of the shit that they say. They first of all, I know a lot of people, especially whites. White people admire the hell out of black people, love us. They tell us, "You guys are beautiful. You don't age. Oh, you're wonderful." But they say, "Oh, black ass nigga." But you don't even bathe. You don't even practice hygiene at all. You said when you wash your hair, when the soap run down you, that's good enough. In what world? See, When melanated people start acting like, you know, unkempt whites, it looks double worse on you. I think most people that have interacted with Black Americans know we damn near bathe once or twice a day. Seriously, our hygiene is uh, superior, or it excels. It's excellent. I always smell good. I mean, always. I never. You know why? Because my nose works. And if I smell myself, or if I smell I know what time it is. There's nothing wrong with sprucing up. You know, if you got soot between your legs and under your balls, you're a filthy man. That's why you can't get no pussy. Women got a nose too. They smell just like I see a lot of men talk shit about, oh, her coach stink, up us, all that shit. Nigga, how about you? Or how about when the last time you washed? How much do you understand that you got a body that shit come out your pores too? Okay. Everything is a two-way street. Everything's an exchange. I'm hope y'all understanding this thing we call cycles. The cycles. There's a reason why men don't have those type of cycles. Like women do, bleeding and shit. First of all, men are very fragile when it comes to like even getting sick, shit like that. I'm a man, so yeah, I'm a little fragile when I get sick. I don't want to do much. I want to lay down, get my rest, because we expend a lot of energy. So we have to stay healthy. But at the same time, men have to monitor our brain housing groups. The reason why God didn't give us a goddamn cycle to cleanse ourselves, I know men talk down on that. I'm proud that women are able to do so. It makes them even more divine. Yeah. Ain't nothing, ain't nothing slick or crazy about a lady, a woman that can really, her blood regenerates. Ours do too, hers fast. She sheds blood, she bleeds. She bleeds 5 to 7 fucking days and don't fucking die. That is God. And that attribute exists throughout the whole female zero community. The whole female, we won, ones and zeros, dick pussy, right? Dick pussy. So the whole community that has a female way about herself, she's an apparatus. She's the beholder of life in every single solitary area of life that we can think, from the animal kingdom to the plant kingdom. The female is the shit. She the one. And she's so attractive in human form. But don't look at peacocks. If you always see you see a beautiful peacock, know that that's a boy. The women fuck, they ragged as hell. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at all shapes and sizes, when men do take care of ourselves, we can uh, outlast a woman in a lot of ways because of how we're built. But the women, black women, don't nobody look better than them. They can be 50 and still be 25. They 25 for 50 years, damn near. That's fucking a superpower within itself as a black woman. And some Asian women can pull it off, some white women, but that's predominant black gene. That means they got some up there. I mean, to pull it off, right? Think about it. Shit. Y'all know the best looking women on the planet are melanated. They fucking delicious. Oh, I'm not blind. I know what I see. And I think those black women, melanated women, women with color. I like all women. I love how every kind of women look. Even white girls. White got some gorgeous white women out here. You men out there that say they ain't, you're a damn liar. You know damn well you'll put some sausage up in a white lady. Don't be listening to Umar punk ass. He done probably smashed a couple white bitches himself. He's a sorry ass dude too, cause he don't tell the truth. He always he's persona based. But yeah, it's some fine ass white girls. I bet a couple of cats are smashed. If you smash a badass uh red lady, you'll get that. You'll get some white coach if they like you. That's the problem. See, man like me, I get chosen by every kind of woman. I'm married. I'm off the market, but I have been chosen by all women, and I'm very appreciative. I'm not. I don't talk about that as far as being arrogant. I'm just saying it's the truth. I'm grateful as far as like yeah, thank you, and you happy I liked your ass too. You should be. Yeah, I'm good looking too. It wasn't no. I came to drop off dick. I ain't gonna get no pussy. I dropped off dick. So some dudes, can I get some pussy? Can I come get it? Let me come drop off some dick. That's what I like to do. You should feel privileged because when you have choices, I didn't have to come see you. I could have went somewhere else. So I don't, when I'm talking about the gorgeous, most baddest, I got a gorgeous, bad, beautiful wife now. She's wonderful. She's amazing. That's why I'm content. I'm good. I don't, but I have lived life before I was married. God damn. I mean, shit, y'all. I don't even go out no more like that at all. See, when you know you've done enough, when you know you put it up, when you put your work in to benefit yourself to come out with something that you like and that you wanted out of the game, you're done. If things went left or went another kind of way, I'm not gonna be in the streets. I just give me another woman. But my wife is not expendable or replaceable. So I'm not speaking that as if she is. That's why I married her. I'm not a stupid man. I'm smart, man. You marry a person that you value, that you appreciate, that you can, you know, live life and, with be yourself. You don't marry a person to put up a persona for the whole time you're married to them. That's fucking stupid. You can't pretend that damn long. And if you think you can, that's why you see a lot of people in divorce court. You can't pretend that fucking long. Man, please, you better marry somebody that love you, appreciate you, and grateful for you, and you're grateful for them. So that's how that shit work for real. Because ain't nobody finna put up with no motherfucking body you don't like for real. Ain't putting up with your ass. Get the fuck away from me. I'm done. We quit. Oh no, we just fuck this shit. Get to no, I don't want to do this in the first place. That's kind of how that go. So you should get married or be with someone for the right reasons. Because if you're not, y'all ain't gonna make it at all. Don't marry for money because they're gonna be fucking somebody else that they really like. Don't marry for love because somebody may fall out of love. Marry for respect, honor, appreciation, and and the skill sets that that person have. They can help you with things. They can build new realms in your life. They can do things that you didn't have the capability of doing, or if you do it, it may have taken you longer. So when you marry someone, you think about what they bring to the table if they didn't have a job, and how useful could they be if you didn't have a job. Think about all scenarios. Are you going to eat? Are you going to hustle? Are you going to survive? Are you going to be okay? These are very good questions that you should ask as a single person so that when you find that right person, you guys know how to put up for each other, not with each other. Put up for each other. Don't put up with each other because that shit ain't gonna last. Never, shit, never. No, it ain't. But as far as yourself, I guarantee you, if you work on being the best version of yourself for you, you won't ever have to do it for anybody else. You're attracted instantly because you're gonna wake up with a plan and you're gonna be happy with who you are as a being. Ain't nobody got to tell you to brush your teeth, wash your face, and groom yourself. You're so you're so in tune with doing what you do, guess what that does for you? It raises your confidence level, makes your dick harder. It make you get a Jones for being who you are. You're gonna like yourself a lot more. And guess what? Other people will like you too. You're not arrogant. You're not you're also not naive, but you're not narcissistic. The worst fucking characteristic that a man or a woman could ever have is if you know you're feeling good and looking good and being good and understanding how you feeling and being about yourself, don't become a narcissist. Be nice. Just be as nice as you can because that's the energy that you want to give out. Because if you're feeling nice, you should give off just that. Be nice, man. It's so rewarding. I didn't say give a motherfucker $1. I ain't say do nothing but be nice. Because sometimes when you're nice, there's far more it's invaluable. Changing a person's mood, asking them how their day were, and being very sincere is an plausible act, not a sucker act. You sucker-minded motherfuckers that do shit, that think that. Being nice is a wonderful gift. It's something that gives you an instant reward back because you had the capacity to give. I hope that makes sense to you, my people. But check it out, man. I ran this show. We'll do another show later on today, but I really just had to get this Saturday show, man. We out moving about doing things. My wife is anyway. I'm not chilling. I'm chilling. I'm with y'all. You know, I'm chilling with you people. My loved ones, my folks, man. My folks that fuck with me, my following. People that fuck with me and I fuck with you too. So anyway, y'all, that's the show. Saturday show. Let's go. Yeah, man. It's current events. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We covered a lot. But I just want you to remember to do one thing. Man, look out for yourself. Look out for people that love you and look out for people that you love. It's very important. Very, very, very important. Look out for people that love you and look out for people that you love. You know why that's important? Because if your math is correct, they will do the same for you. I love you guys. That's the show today. I appreciate you tuning into the Wheelers Podcast. Thank you for tuning into the Wheelers Podcast. I will be doing another show later, but I had to get this out just for you, specifically for you, if you tuning in. You know the universe had all this aligned and set up, you know what I'm saying, for us to do that. So, you know, y'all do a little research on this. Get you an encyclopedia of ancient deities. Understand, you know, what resonates with you and what you identify with so that you can have good company. You know, good company. Spirits, some spirits are good company. And that's all I got to say about that. You should appreciate that. But we love you. We appreciate you. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to go to the Willis Podcast and subscribe and hit that goddamn like button, please. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Damn. What's wrong with that like button? I appreciate it when you do that. But that's the show, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And you know this is my favorite part. Let me burp real quick. Shit. Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. Okay. There was a lot of gas. But check it out, man. Hey. Don't forget. The will is go. Y'all know that. Strengthen it. Empower it. Make it strong. Make it everlasting. Make it a part of you.